Now, actor and Academy Award-winning director Mel Gibson.
I think we know who the culprits are. In fact, my son he's a member of the volunteer fire brigade. He sort of interfaces between LA County Fire and people, and they assist them where they can during, before, and after the blaze. And apparently the residents in Corral Canyon caught an arsonist up there. And the guy was all tooled up with fire gear and equipment and stuff like that, and ready to go. And he had been lighting fires, but they corralled the guy in Corral Canyon and gave him to the police. So
yeah, apparently
there are people actively going around looking for these conditions. Yeah,
apparently, Mel, that individual was never charged. It's a very confusing set of facts, because apparently he was reportedly trying to light things on fire, but it's not the fires, I guess, that they. I mean, it all seems very bizarre. But they have not ruled out that arson could have started the first fire.
In a weekend interview with Fox News, actor Mel Gibson voiced concerns about the circumstances surrounding the recent Los Angeles wildfires. He expressed skepticism about the apparent lack of water during the fires, questioning how low water pressure hindered firefighters' ability to extinguish the flames. Officials attributed the problem to excessive demand on water supplies, as multiple fire crews attempted to draw water simultaneously to combat the numerous fires blazing across the region. However, Gibson, echoing sentiments shared by many online, suggested that the situation seemed a little convenient and raised suspicions about possible human involvement in starting the fires, particularly given the favorable wind conditions at the time. Wildfires are devastating phenomena, exacerbated by extreme heat, dry conditions, and high winds. However, the role of water in combating these fires is paramount, and Gibson's comments highlight the challenges firefighters faced during the LA wildfires due to inadequate water supply. Reports from fire officials indicated that water pressure dropped drastically in certain areas because the demand on the system exceeded its capacity. Firefighters relying on hydrants were met with insufficient water flow, forcing them to employ alternative strategies to contain the blazes. While officials have explained this as a logistical issue caused by the sheer scale of the wildfires, Gibson's skepticism reflects a broader frustration and confusion about why such a critical resource was unavailable during a crisis. Critics argue that California, a state frequently plagued by wildfires, should have more robust infrastructure to handle emergencies. The fact that water shortages occurred at such a critical moment has led some to question whether the problem was merely technical or indicative of deeper issues, such as mismanagement or neglect in disaster preparedness. Beyond the water shortage, Gibson's remarks about potential human involvement in the fires have struck a chord with many. While officials have not confirmed widespread arson in these incidents, the possibility of human-caused fires, whether intentional or accidental, is a well-documented reality in wildfire-prone areas. Gibson's suggestion that there are people ready and willing and able to start fires taps into growing public unease about the origins of certain fires, particularly during times of high wind, when flames can spread rapidly and cause maximum devastation. Windy conditions during the LA wildfires created an environment where even a small spark could ignite a catastrophic blaze. This has led some to theorize that arsonists or individuals with malicious intent could exploit such circumstances to cause widespread damage. While officials often emphasize that most wildfires are sparked by natural causes, such as lightning, or by human negligence, the idea of deliberate arson is not unfounded. In past wildfire seasons, individuals have been arrested and charged for intentionally starting fires, adding credibility to concerns like those raised by Gibson. Gibson's comments align with a growing trend on social media, where discussions about the origins of wildfires are often highlighted. Platforms like Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook have amplified concerns about arson, with some users pointing to unusual patterns or suspicious activity as evidence of foul play. Videos showing seemingly coordinated fires or unconfirmed reports of individuals behaving suspiciously near fire zones further stoke fears of intentional wrongdoing. Social media has also been a breeding ground for misinformation, with some posts alleging the use of advanced technologies, such as directed energy weapons, to start fires. These claims, backed up by photographs that people have taken, usually gain traction because they resonate with people's frustrations and suspicions about unexplained anomalies during disasters. Gibson's public platform and comments add legitimacy to these concerns for some, even as experts caution against jumping to conclusions without evidence. While suspicions about human involvement are understandable, wildfire dynamics are inherently complex. California's wildfires are driven by a combination of natural and human factors, including climate change, dry vegetation, and urban encroachment into wildfire-prone areas. High winds, such as the notorious Santa Ana winds, exacerbate the problem by spreading embers over large distances, often overwhelming firefighting efforts. The interplay of these factors can make it difficult to pinpoint the exact cause of any given fire. Officials tasked with investigating wildfires often face immense pressure to determine whether a fire was accidental, natural, or intentional. The sheer scale of destruction, combined with the chaotic conditions in which these fires occur, means that definitive answers are not always immediately available, leaving room for speculation. Gibson's remarks reflect a broader sentiment of public distrust toward institutions tasked with managing disasters. Many Californians feel that more could be done to prevent wildfires and ensure an adequate response when they occur. Critics point to aging infrastructure, inadequate funding for fire prevention programs, and delays in implementing new technologies as examples of systemic failings that exacerbate the wildfire crisis. The water shortages during the LA fires underscore these concerns. If a preventable issue like low water pressure can hinder firefighting efforts, it raises questions about the state's overall preparedness to deal with increasingly severe wildfire seasons. Calls for greater accountability and investment in infrastructure are growing louder, with many demanding a reassessment of priorities to ensure that critical resources are available when they are most needed. Wildfires have long been one of nature's most destructive forces, fueled by dry conditions, high winds, and rising global temperatures. However, a growing number of people believe that not all wildfires are natural phenomena or the result of accidents. Speculation that some fires are deliberately started, whether by individuals with malicious intent, groups seeking to exploit the chaos, or even entities pursuing hidden agendas, has gained traction in recent years. While some claims are backed by evidence of arson, others veer into conspiracy theories. The debate highlights the need for transparency, thorough investigation, and a better understanding of the complexities surrounding wildfires. It is a well-established fact that some wildfires are deliberately set. Arsonists, driven by motives ranging from malice to thrill-seeking, have been responsible for numerous devastating fires. For instance, in 2020, a man was arrested for starting a wildfire in Oregon that burned thousands of acres. Arson often complicates firefighting efforts and endangers lives, not just because of the immediate threat of flames, but also due to its unpredictability. Firefighters and investigators have to account for the human element in their strategies, which can make containment more difficult. The existence of arson as a contributing factor to wildfires is indisputable, lending credibility to the belief that some fires are started intentionally. Beyond individual cases of arson, some believe that wildfires are part of coordinated efforts by groups or organizations with ulterior motives. Some suggest that real estate developers or corporations might ignite fires to clear land for development, taking advantage of the reduced property values in affected areas. This idea gained traction after reports emerged of developers purchasing fire-damaged land at bargain prices in the aftermath of catastrophic fires. Others speculate that certain entities might intentionally start fires to manipulate political or environmental narratives. Wildfires raging through Texas necessitated the temporary evacuation of the primary nuclear weapons site in the United States due to the influence of powerful winds, arid vegetation, and unusually high temperatures that fueled the inferno. This catastrophic event highlighted the severity of the situation and the critical measures undertaken to safeguard the area. The Pantex plant, crucial for assembling and disassembling America's nuclear weapons, ceased its activities due to the imminent threat posed by the Windy Deuce fire rapidly approaching its location in Potter County. This facility plays a pivotal role in managing the nation's nuclear arsenal. During a press briefing, Leif Pendergraft, the spokesperson for the National Nuclear Security Administration's production office at Pantex, stated that as a precautionary measure, they have safely removed all non-essential personnel from the site. Despite the presence of a fully equipped fire department, specifically trained to handle such situations, stationed on-site and vigilant, prepared to respond promptly in the event of any actual emergency at the plant premises. This ensures that adequate measures are in place to address any unforeseen incidents effectively, reassuring the safety and security of the facility and its occupants. As of right now, people on Facebook have been posting photographs of strange formations and charred marks in the ground that could have caused the wildfires. One individual highlighted that their father, who works for the police force, stated that these fires are affecting the emergency powers, National Guard, and various other resources. Others pointed out that the timing is strange and stated that wildfire season doesn't usually happen this early, which has caused some people to put forward some interesting theories. Although this is just an idea, one user pointed out that many of these wildfires seem to start out of nowhere and questioned why this is. Pantex, a prominent facility in nuclear weapons assembly and disassembly, is strategically located approximately 17 miles or 27 kilometers to the northeast of Amarillo, Texas. Since 1975, it has served as the primary facility in the United States for the assembly and disassembly of atomic weapons. Over the years, this facility has played a crucial role in the maintenance and handling of the country's nuclear arsenal. The Windy Deuce wildfire experienced a significant growth spurt during the afternoon of February 28th, expanding its reach to cover a vast area of 90,000 acres, while containment efforts stood at 25% effectiveness. Amidst the ongoing crisis, numerous additional wildfires, with several of them being significantly larger in scale, pose imminent threats to the Texas Panhandle region. Taking swift action, Governor Greg Abbott, a member of the government, has officially declared a state of disaster encompassing 60 counties spread throughout Texas. The Smokehouse Creek Fire, the most extensive wildfire currently raging, has ravaged an immense expanse of 850,000 acres by February 28th, as reported by the Texas Forest Service. Surpassing the state of Rhode Island in size, this wildfire has grown exponentially, doubling in size just within a day. To put this into perspective, it is now nearly 20 times larger than the area of Washington, D.C. This intensive wildfire has not only engulfed vast swathes of land, but has also posed significant challenges for containment efforts and firefighting operations. At a mere 3% containment level, the ongoing wildfire has the potential to exceed the size of the largest fire ever recorded in the state, which covered slightly over 900,000 acres, possibly by the culmination of activities on Wednesday. The exact trigger for the fire that engulfed the thinly populated regions nestled amid expansive grasslands remains undisclosed by officials. Texas residents are advised by Mr. Abbott to restrict any activities that might generate sparks and to exercise care to ensure the safety of their family members. This recommendation is particularly crucial to prevent accidents and protect loved ones from harm. In the latest updates, the Grapevine Creek Fire, which is relatively smaller in size, has reached a containment level of 60%, as per the report released on Wednesday. Similarly, the containment level of the Magenta Fire stands at 40%, indicating gradual progress in managing the situation. Additionally, the 687 Rima Fire, situated just to the south of the Smokehouse Creek Fire, has achieved a containment rate of 10%. According to the National Weather Service, the weather conditions have shown significant improvement compared to earlier in the week. The forecast for Wednesday indicates that the state will experience lower temperatures and gentle winds, factors that are expected to contribute to restricting the expansion of the 5 ongoing fires in the Panhandle region. This alteration in weather patterns is crucial as it offers a glimmer of hope in controlling the wildfire situation. Early this week, the National Weather Service released red flag warnings and fire danger alerts for numerous states spanning the central region of the country. This action was prompted by the convergence of strong winds exceeding 40 miles per hour, elevated temperatures, reduced humidity levels, and the presence of dry winter foliage, creating a perfect storm for potential wildfire outbreaks. These warnings were specifically targeted at ensuring public safety and vigilance in light of the heightened risk posed by the prevailing weather conditions in the specified areas. The Smokehouse Creek Fire also spread to Oklahoma late Tuesday, causing evacuations and destruction in the towns of Gage and Shattuck. In response to escalating threats, evacuation directives were dispatched encompassing various counties in Texas during the recent events. The county and city authorities took to broadcasting on the social media platform Facebook to engage with the populace fraught with anxiety, addressing their inquiries in real time, urging residents to activate the emergency alerts on their mobile devices and remain poised for an immediate evacuation. Officials painted a vivid picture of the perilous situation. Some thoroughfares were depicted as engulfed in flames on both sides, painting a harrowing picture while acknowledging the strain on resources being pushed to their limits in managing the crisis. During a recent incident in Fritch, a small town, a fire outbreak compelled certain residents to evacuate their homes as the flames leaped across a highway. On Wednesday morning, the Hutchinson County Office of Emergency Management issued a statement highlighting a distressing situation where numerous residences have been devastated, with some engulfed in flames, particularly in the area of Fritch. Texas State Senator Kevin Sparks announced that a mandatory evacuation order had been declared for Canadian, a community of approximately 2,000 residents situated around 100 miles northeast of Amarillo. Subsequently, on the same day, the Hemphill County Sheriff's Office advised the remaining population of Canadians to take refuge either at their homes or relocate to the high school gym due to the closure of various roads in the area. The move was prompted by an escalation of the situation, necessitating immediate action to ensure the safety and well-being of the local residents and to mitigate potential risks associated with the prevailing conditions in the region. In addition to the evacuations that took place in Canada, further evacuations were also mandated in the vicinity of Miami. Furthermore, on Wednesday, schools in both Canadian and Miami declared closures as a precautionary measure.